back in 2012, for those who don't know, Tim Lambesis from AsILayDying tried to hire a hitman off the internet to kill his wife. And it backfired because it was like an undercover agent and he got busted. And apparently he got married again, so, and there's just been this whole internal battle with the band, so we'll kind of watch some of that. Let's go.
8 years after being convicted of hiring a hitman to murder his first wife, AsILayDying's Tim Lambesis revealed that he has remarried for a third time. On a public Instagram post, Lambesis let his fans know that he has married model Danny Ciara on Saturday, June 4th in a small beachfront ceremony. Tim. This is Lambesis' third marriage, with his previous marriage to Amanda Dubford occurring in 2015 while he was still in prison. We said I do in front of our parents, a file cabinet, and a few inmates. I got a 3-second kiss that was watched by a guard, recalls Amanda.
Red flag,
Amanda Dubford
red flag.
was in fact the same woman that Lambesis was dating when he was arrested. Court documents reveal that she was the one who drove him to the very Barnes & Noble where he met an undercover cop posing as a hitman who would ultimately arrest him. While Tim and Amanda did not publicly reveal their divorce, it would appear that Tim and Danny began dating at some point in 2021. Lambesis' first marriage ended in September of 2012 when ex-wife Megan Lambesis filed for divorce after 8 years of marriage. Court documents show that Megan cited that Tim had become obsessed with bodybuilding and was distracted with the children,
no
even
shit.
falling asleep once while watching them. His personal
more
trainer
shredded
around
than
this
a
time would
fucking Julian
testify in
salad.
court that Tim, quote, wanted to know if maybe I could find someone to get rid of his wife. Lambesis would then meet with an undercover agent who, while wearing a wire, recorded him saying that he wanted to have his wife killed. Just to clarify, just so you know, I do want her dead, said Lambesis.
I want her
He then
dead.
provided the undercover agent with an envelope containing $1,000 cash, his wife's address and gate codes, as well as specific dates when he would have the children so that he could have a believable alibi. He was arrested in May 2013 and released on parole on December 17, 2016. Tim's band, AsILayDying, would break up following his arrest and conviction, and would go on to form the band Woven War. That band, however, would not last long, and in June 2018, AsILayDying would reunite. News of their reunion drew particularly divisive reactions from fans and media outlets. Though fan and critical reception of the band's reunion and comeback single, My Own Grave, were largely met with praise, others were openly skeptical on supporting Tim Lambesis following his prison sentence. The reunion of AsILayDying's core lineup would not last long, as in 2021, guitarist Nick Hippa would exit the band, and in May 2022, it was announced that bassist Josh Gilbert left the band after 15 years.
Him
as
too.
to why he left,
they lost Josh.
Hippa would further elaborate that the power and reasoning behind AsILayDying's reunion had faded in favor of superficial pursuits, which he did not wish to be a part of. Hippa would also state, quote, they will continue to release successful music
Tim's
and do great business.
Bodybuilding
on a human
too much.
level,
I can't.
I hope everything else fares well for them.
He's just become it's like you got too obsessed with bodybuilding, Tim. You know, you took on the mantle too much of the Austrian Death Machine band. Like, come on, Tim. Come on, do it now. Come on, do the bodybuilding. Try to kill your wife. Come on, Tim. Yeah, that's a hard one to get past. Damn, Tim is a hoe for show. Like, that was all pretty, like, 3 wives and, like, the matter of these past 10 years, I guess, you know. And that was announced just in June. So it's like, man. So he was already dating somebody when he was with his other wife who he tried to murder, and that chick drove him to the hitman. And then they got married in prison in front of inmates with like a 3-second kiss. And then he got married, they divorced, and then he got married again. Oh man. Yeah, it's definitely tough to kind of stay a fan with AsILayDying. I still like the music, but like with all these band members leaving, let's see, there's a video about that.
Hi, this is Tim from AsILayDying, and you are watching Metal Shop TV.
I think let's talk about the album. There we go. I want to talk about the lineup changes. We'll talk about the new album in a second.
Yeah, I think for our fans, they think that the changes happened all in a very short period of time, but they actually happened over the last 2 years. The first change was on guitar. We invited Ken Susi to fill in for us, and that was about 2 years ago that we invited him. But then, of course, the pandemic happened, and so we had a lot of breaks until we had a tour again. So Ken's been rehearsing with us, or talking about rehearsing with us for the last couple of years. And then on drums, we have Nick Pierce, who joined us. They both, Nick Pierce was previously Unearth. Ken is from Unearth as well. And Nick stopped playing with Unearth, and coincidentally, at the same time, we needed a drummer because our previous drummer hadn't been communicating with us. He went very isolated once the pandemic hit. And so there wasn't like an argument or anything like that.
People too.
It was just a situation where when the pandemic hit, he decided to take a new direction in life and kind of cut himself off from the rest of us. And we decided we wanted to keep going forward. Phil and I have been the ones writing the songs all these years. And so when Nick Pierce left Unearth, we thought it was a perfect opportunity to have him perform with us. And then Ryan came from Miss May I, and he's the last guy to come. He didn't come until a couple months ago. Our bass player, Josh, previously left, and he's with Spirit Box now. And when he decided to go perform with Spirit Box, we called up Ryan, who was with Miss May I, and Ryan Neff was on tour at the time. And then we asked him, can you start touring with us as soon as this tour is over? And he said, well, I'm only going to have 3 days off to rehearse in between tours. He said, if you guys want me to do it, I'll make sure I come prepared. And he had a lot to learn in 3 days, but he pulled it together. He's a very, very hardworking guy.
So he kind of definitely like left out some stuff about the drummer leaving. Let's go. I'll go back to the top. Yeah, so they lost another longtime member, Jordan Mancino, who is exited the band due to internal issues. It's talking about how there's a number of ongoing internal issues with AsILayDying that need to be worked out. It said since those issues weren't resolved, it's with a heavy heart that I announce I will not be performing on any upcoming tour dates until further notice. Thank you for understanding. Tim was saying that they can move forward without him. They weren't going to share much information, so fans don't get the wrong idea. But so then he says this: for about the past 2 years, Jordan has excommunicated himself from the remaining members of AsILayDying, informing us that he wishes only speak through lawyers moving forward. Bruh, that's like, Tim's making it sound like it's like mutual. I mean, it just sounds like a hashtag toxic work environment. Says, okay, so there's been numerous attempts to reconcile with Jordan to find common ground and how to continue with AsILayDying in a healthy and positive manner in preparation for post-pandemic band activity. The remaining members felt it unfair to have their ambitions hindered by someone who refused to contribute or communicate openly. So apparently they offered Jordan the chance to get together and jam old songs, talk about, as far as any, deadline for upcoming tours. He said, we had no response until we were met with legal documents that Jordan wished to move on from the band and expected a pay in return. Let's go, Jordan. Fuck these motherfuckers. Yeah, so, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he left, and I don't know if he's just kind of suing them. I mean, I guess he's just kind of demanding pay. Oosh. Yeah, so he's sentenced to 6 years in prison. He only served 2 in May of 2014. I mean, he probably, I think it was back in 2012, so he at least did 2 years, probably mostly in jail, right? But then he only did 2 years in actual prison and then got released for parole in 2016. Bruh.